What is up, guys? It's Spunkify here for League Top 10, and I am bringing you a 5v5 Shoutcast game here submitted by Dyrus. Many of you may know Dyrus. He is a team member of EG, one of the teams that went to DreamHack, and I was able to play with him a few games lately, and he sent me a couple replays they said were really funny games and interesting, and so I'm going to be able to Shoutcast one here right now. Now, this game, if you can't already notice, is a little different from the high ELO games that you see played. On Dyrus' team, we have Elements, we have Bryden 7, we have Sake, Dyrus, and Yogachu, I think. Let me make that a little bit bigger so I can see that just a tiny bit better. See how this is. There we go. So yeah, Bryden, Sal's, Dyrus, Yagachu versus Chu8, who also is very well known for his Maokai, Rumble, Jarvan, Nocturne, Mordekaiser. Now, this team here, this team for Dyrus, if you already noticed, it's very AP oriented. So there's essentially 5 AP characters. We have Elements as Malzahar, we have Kassadin, we have our support Janna, we have Jungle Mumu, and we have Veigar. So Kassadin is saying Dyrus is saying for a level 1 fight, and that Dyrus knew going to lose this game because he's bad. And yeah, they're just making a little bit of talk right there, something about masturbation magic, something, whatever. But yeah, right here, they're just protecting Mumu for his blue there. Dyrus does get Null Sphere as his Q, and it's actually really nice to see a high-level Kassadin gameplay. I have yet to really be able to watch one. Down here, we have Bryden actually prepping to make sure nobody comes here and trying to come around and get the spoof on little Mumu there. Soon it's going top, Salsa. And Salsa is going to be solo top, it appears. Yeah, and there's Rumble there. I've been playing a lot of Rumble lately, really enjoying him. I got a quadra kill recently. So the enemy team, a little bit more standard, you know, Maokai, Mordekaiser, Nocturne, Jarvan, Rumble. And this team a little bit unorthodox here. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this game goes. As you can see here, we have Elements giving a little bit of a pull there for Yagachu. And Dyrus and Bryden coming down here bottom, double AP. They are in the bush there, though, so they do need to watch out. Ooh, we'll have a little lag there. And looks like Rumble getting his E first to get a double slow on both of them. Very nice. And that is going to be quite a difficult lane for them. There's a lot of heavy harassment there, and they do have to watch out. So Dyrus already a little bit of trouble there. Bryden now separated from the team. Is going to have to go all the way back around. Oh, no, he's going to come back here. He needs to be careful, though, because they can come back in this bush here and do a little work. Dyrus using his Q there to farm, which is quite common at low levels. Kassadin is not the best farmer, and so he does need to, unfortunately, use his Q there to early game get a couple of those creep kills if he cannot get up to melee range in auto attack. So Rumble here doing a pretty good job taking some harassment there, keeping Dyrus and Bryden back from actually farming. That means that of course, Veigar there not going to have any good AP farm. We have middle Elements versus Chu. Chu actually created quite a storm when he started playing Maokai and actually got to top rank. Oh, Bryden here getting hit by an Ignite, possibly going to go down here. He does pop his pot and gets away just barely, which is really, really nice for him. He almost got taken out there. So much damage, that's right. There's just a ton of damage, burst damage in here. Dyrus taking some more damage there, some harassment from Gruntan, I'm just going to call him Rumble. And yeah, so they're pushed back to this tower here, and really nothing they can do, you know, other than get a couple auto attacks, and both of them just farm as much as possible with their Qs. Up top, we have Sona and Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser again pushing Sona up. Mordekaiser is just so good at doing that. And Chu here in the middle sporting a regrowth and 1 HP pot. And taking a little bit more damage down here again. Now it looks like Sauce did get his boots now, so he's boots and 3 HP pots, and he's pots, not polts. What am I, British? I don't know. And yeah, so coming back down here, looks like he's going to go for red and then move on his way top. Some damage here. Chu taking some damage from Elements. Not quite sure how much, but as you know, that's just something that we're all familiar with now. Grunts there taking a little harassment, but not really, you know, worrying about that too much. He is sporting a Doran shield and doing some more damage. Chu getting first blood on Elements, though. Chu quite low, saying GG. For those of you who don't know, Chu actually came from Han to play League of Legends and got top rank with his Maokai, which is quite a feat. So people weren't really sure about Maokai before that, but oh man, getting a flash off and hitting Bryden getting Briden down too. So now it's 2-0. But Maokai here, Mordekaiser here up here, overextending, having to flash, and not going to chase that down there. And instead, Kassadin's going to come mid here. Kassadin level 3, going to clear this up. Elements coming back in the lane now with a Ruby Crystal. And the bottom lane there, Rumble and Jarvan both going to be able to do some really good work on that tower. And they're not going to have any opposition for probably about 5 to 10 seconds here. Rumble going ahead and pushing back here, taking these creeps out. And so now they're going to come in here. They both have a 1-level advantage, 2-level advantage over Briden there. Dyrus level 3, Briden just hitting level 3 as well. And up top, we still again have our Mordekaiser versus Saul. So this is pretty common. We have a lot of harassment going on between Chu here in the middle and Elements. But I mean, obviously this team here is Troll. So you're gonna have, with Troll teams like this, you normally have a lot of difficulty early game. And if you could just survive to mid to late game, there's a potential that it could work. But you know, they're not hoping for, you know, an easy win here. So Jangchu coming in here, missing his bandage toss. However, Grunts is completely in the middle, caught off guard, and now V-Man might possibly be in trouble here. Yagachu having to actually flash away. V-Man taking quite a lot of damage there, using an HP pot and choosing to stay. Now he does have to be a little careful here, because Briden could actually have a stun. There's the stun, like I was saying, and now he is quite in trouble here, taking a lot of damage. There's the Ignite, and we have a death for Briden. Briden getting the kill off on V-Man 7 there. So I don't know why V-Man 7 was actually choosing to hang out. I don't think he actually knew that he still had Ignite, so he's thinking that he could take the harassment, the auto attack. But I knew that his stun, Briden's stun, was coming up. So now we are 2-2, you know, and they're just not, I guess, expecting that much damage from Briden and Dyrus there. Your mom called me OP last night. So some banter there. Nocturne choosing to come out of the jungle, possibly, potentially do a gank. It looks like we have a Mumu coming here to actually catch their Nocturne. Their Nocturne is quite low, taking a lot of damage. So is their actual Maokai. I mean, Mordekaiser, not Maokai. Now, I don't know why. Wow, Mordekaiser just choosing to possibly get a kill off on Sona, not being able to. And now Nocturne going to die as well. And all of a sudden, the Troll team getting ahead. Don't lose the game now, guys. That would be embarrassing. That is true. This 5-man AP team, quite funny. See that boss flash. Dyrus coming back here in lane, having a Mana Crystal, HP Crystal, and Boots. And Briden being forced back again, now has his Tear of Goddess. And I'm going to yawn. Wait, no, I recovered. I am just fine. So 4-2 now, 750 in the game. That's actually pretty high deaths and kills for both teams for a high ELO. I mean, there's a lot of not as much farming from Dyrus' team, which is to be expected, seeing as that they're all AP. But some good farm there from Elements, 37, 26 for a Mumu. But if you see on the other team, Chu at 57, Mordekaiser at 44, and then 25, 22, 18. With Rumble taking up the last bit, 18. Pushing him back to this tower here. Looks like they're trying to get for an early tower kill just to make up for those 2 deaths. But getting caught in a little stun there. Grunt's actually using his ultimate to try and kill Dyrus. Dyrus almost dying. Flashing back in there from Rumble to try to possibly kill off Dyrus, but Dyrus is going to have none of it. That was a really good ulti there from Rumble. Dyrus basically just walked right back in it, and now they're going to try to actually kill Dyrus. But epic little bait there from Dyrus. Dyrus is sitting there waiting for them to actually pull it, and Dyrus using his ultimate to get away. And looks like Jarvan is going to possibly be able to get out. If Briden doesn't actually get a stun off here, it looks like Briden's trying to. He busted out Ghost. He's going to actually be able to get the stun. Oh, and they're going to be able to get the kill there on V-Man. I can see it. Yep, there it is. Elements coming down to actually help here. Maokai actually missing from middle. I should have went with Freak's build. So now Yagachu actually, it looks like he was asking for help at blue, or pinging it to take it. I'm a little bit tired. Blah. So Chue here back in lane. He's got his Philistone and his Catalyst going in there versus Element, doing some nice little harass there versus Elements. At the top here we have Sauce versus Sleeper again. going a Negatron Cloak, which is a really good choice early game. You know, can completely just negate the damage that Sona does, as well as anybody else that tries to gank, since everybody obviously coming to gank them is going to be AP. And we haven't seen Nocturne since his failed attempt at gank bottom. And one could assume he's probably about right here right now. Jarvan coming back in the lane. Also sporting a Null Mantle, building up his Merc Treads. And Dyrus actually going back to lane, going back to base quite a lot. Seems like 2 or 3 times last minute. Looks like they're going in for a gank though. Chu actually getting a nice flash, but Element's going to get his ultimate off him, and now Yagachu is actually situating himself in front of Yagachu. However, there's the ultimate off from Nocturne, and a Rumble ultimate. Rumble actually taking out Elements, and now Yagachu also going to die. Here it comes. There's the fear, and yeah, Yagachu's no way. So nice little counter gank there. Sauce now here actually having to be scared away from Mordekaiser. And yeah, that flash completely offset their gank there. So Dyrus taking mid here, make sure they can't actually take mid. We have Rumble here going out with Merc Treads and Doran Show, which is pretty common for Rumble. And now bottom here we have Brian actually getting pushed away there from V-Man. I don't know if V-Man actually used his ultimate, but he could have probably used his ultimate there to actually kill Brian if he wanted to. Up top, oh, we have Nocturne. Looks like they actually tried to get Dragon, but Dragon actually kills Bruce Lee, which is pretty funny. Alright, goes what? Maka is probably trying to solo it right now. Oh no! Wow, it completely reset. But now Brian is completely out of range. They're having to flash away, which is probably why V-Man didn't actually use his ultimate in the first place, because he knew Brian had his flash up. But now looks, Dragon is resetting now, so they're coming down here. Jarvan's just going to be able to walk away, but they'll be able to secure Dragon there with a little opposition. Everybody's pretty low, and they did lose Nocturne. Up top here, Saul's doing a decent job of protecting the tower. And, oh! Rumble now coming back in, killing off Bryden. And now we have Yagachu there also getting taken out. Double kill there from Rumble. And I'm not actually sure if they even got Dragon. Yeah, I don't think they got Dragon. Farming, apparently, Dyrus says. And let's see here. Rumble being right there while Malzahar and Chu go back middle. Oh, Chu deciding just to go straight after Rumble. I mean, straight after Elements, but completely getting taken out there from Chu, not even caring. He's just freaking ulting right in there with Elements. Doesn't even matter. Bruce Elite here getting the kill off on Elements and now going for middle tower. So this game is back and forth. Now we're at 6-7. One Dragon now. Brian actually stunning V-Man. V-Man is completely out of place. V-Man taking a lot of damage. There's the Ignite. Dyrus going to get the kill. Man, V-Man overextend more. Jeez. I've been playing a lot of Rumble lately. I really enjoy Rumble, and I just didn't realize how good I was actually with him. He does a lot of damage, and he's extremely tanky. Oh, apparently Salsa is AD Sona. So, wow. I did not expect this. So we have an AD Sona sporting Manamune and Berserker Greaves. That is a legit build right there. I actually know a guy that builds tank Sona. Wow, Rumble getting another kill on Bryden. And wow, there are kills going off left and right. 7-8 here at the 13-minute mark. Abuse OP heroes more. This Viger, man, no catalyst. Level Q first. Please. I told you, E on, oh, Saul's almost getting ganked there. E on Rumble is extremely strong, does a lot of damage. But Q also just, I mean, once you get Crystal Scepter, it's like, wow, so much damage. Building a quick Force of Nature. Chu getting the kill, wow, triple gank, quadra gank up top. No, sorry, triple gank up top. Bottom tower getting destroyed there. Shu coming in here to clean up, and now it's 2 towers down. Wrecked face is really what's happening here. 7-9, down 2 towers. Yogachu up here trying to do something, trying to get them off the tower, getting feared. Yogachu coming here, doing some nice little harassment there, but getting taken out by Mordekaiser. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware of what everybody's HP was. Mamumu says shoit. Shoit. That's his way of saying shit. So Element's coming here, trying to check for see anybody's there. Nobody's there. And now sporting, of course, Sorcerer's Boots and a Catalyst. This is a pro team, I'm telling you. Dyrus coming in here being jungle casted in. And now 2 more up top here. Rumble and Mordekaiser, both of them having to back off there. AD Sona doing lots of work, and Elements as well. Bottom lane here, Brian again trying to farm. Now up to 106 AP. Not too bad, farming up his Q a little bit. Maokai coming in here trying to get middle tower. Wailing away at that middle tower. Yogachu up here though, doing some work. Chu actually goes back on Dyrus. Oh, and now Chu is getting ultimated, but fail flash. Yogachu flashing after him, crying his dearest to actually kill him, and there's the Ignite, and that's going to get the kill. Ignite secures so many kills, I'm telling you. Meanwhile, Bryden getting harassed extensively by V-Man. V-Man also having Hex Check Drinker, again, to counter all of the AP. Gortaz now has finished his Force of Nature. Is pushing Elements out of the lane at this point. Sleeping there. And if you notice, guys, if you ever play against a heavy AP team, do you see how fast these people are actually getting anti-AP items? V-Man actually ended up killing Bryden down here, but now is going to possibly get taken out there. Dyrus doing some work, and Yogachu as well. But there is the Nocturne ultimate sniping out Dyrus, and now Yogachu in a lot of trouble. Going to take him down. V-Man such a tank. Too good. Mummy baited us. Red pot number 1 brigade. Yeah, he just stood there in that Nocturne ulti, just completely sniped Dyrus so bad. Mummy troll report. So middle lane getting pushed here, and not looking too good here for Team AP. 8-13. Sorry, Team AP with slight AD Sona. That is the new metagame, guys. AP, all AP with one support character that goes AD. If Mummy was AP rather than tank, you guys would have won. If you went Karth, we would have won. So these guys is having a lot of fun. This team is, I believe, not team. Sorry, these players are all 2,000, 2,200 and up, and apparently there's like a jet engine going outside my house right now. But V-Man here now sporting a Philostone, Red Pot, and Hex Check Drinker. Chu was up top. He did have the Merc Tread equivalent, I guess you could say, the CC reduction Philostone. Bottom lane here, Bryden and Dyrus coming up. And you know what's surprising? There's no wards here at this point. Oh, there goes the ward from Yogachu. So catching V-Man at that point, coming down bottom lane. Bryden actually going back. Oh, but they're at their blue. 3 people at the blue. Yogachu in a lot of trouble here. Trying to get away. He's going to get taken out. And now Dyrus is going to have to use his ultimate and actually go over the wall there. Get away from that. Bryden here down bottom. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to be securing. Yep. Waiting, and now they should be securing Dragon. I mean, there's only 2 people. They don't know this, but there's only 2 people here, and so they have a very easy chance of securing Dragon there. Nothing really Malzahar can do. Everybody's kind of out of position, and Dragon goes down there. They're going to be headed now mid lane as Dyrus goes to farm top. Dyrus now sporting a Blasting Wand and Amplifying Tome. Most likely he's obviously going to rush this into a Rod of Ages. But looking like he went a little bit extra Amplifying Tome early. However, it looks like there's probably a gank here middle going to happen. The ultimate from Nocturne not used, or perhaps used on Solace. But yeah, it was kind of wasted. And now Bruce Lee out of position, getting destroyed by Bryden. Now Chu actually out of position here, getting him to be forced back. But only losing one. However, they did actually get rid of his killing spree. So some nice gold there from before Bryden. Bryden now sporting double and Deathfire Grasp, and going to be headed bot. Dyrus again proving that jungle casting is now the new metagame, as well as Yogachu there securing red for himself. Up top here, Dyrus now getting actually attacked by V-Man. V-Man just doing a little bit of work there, pushing people back. And now Yogachu also in trouble as Rumble there comes right over Yogachu. Yogachu in tons of trouble, having the ultimate there. However, he is ignited. He's so low, but Rumble is actually overheated. There's the ultimate though. A nice little Q heal there from Sauce, and now Rumble actually is going to be able to get taken out. Wow, that was impressive. I cannot believe he didn't die. Now V-Man's out of position, taking some damage from Brian, but not really having to worry about that too much. He's taking a lot of damage, but he'll be able to just simply walk away here. Mordekaiser coming in, and now Chu coming in. Bryden now out of position. A nice flash by Chu. However, Bryden flashes over the wall there. Lays down a Q there to do some damage on Chu. And then they all back out. So they're probably in this bush right here, waiting for Yoga to come out. Oh no, they actually, they're coming around the backside. There it is. So now V-Man caught out of position, taking a lot of damage. Bruce Lee all alone, getting taken out. And now V-Man being forced back here. Mordekaiser out of position as well. Chu's the only one that's got decent HP, but he is getting chased relentlessly. Going to be able to get taken out right there. And now Bryden happened to be forced back because of Mordekaiser ultimate. Oh, nice bandage toss from Yugachu, but not going to be able to capitalize on that. Rumble is now back in the lane. And they're catching up on kills. It's 12-14 at this point. If you want lessons, I teach $20 an hour. Dyrus does as well. So if you guys want to learn how to win with the AP team. Oh, nice little ultimate there. However, it doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to capitalize that. Rumble does use his ultimate there. Does some good work. And forces them to go back. Everybody's zoomed, so everybody needs to back off. Dyrus now supporting his Void Staff. Actually did not finish that into Rod of Ages. Just went straight with Void Staff because of all the AP resistance that everybody has. Going some AP resistance himself with a Mumu. Where? Oh, that's just creeps. Oh, the screen was flashing. I was like, oh, where are they getting attacked at? Huh. So it looks like Triforce now on Sauce, or going for Triforce rather. Dyrus taking a lot of damage from creeps, man. He can beat the crap out of. Bryden now supporting a Negatron Cloak as well as Sword Boost, and of course his tier. Really, they're just having that for this Rumble here, doing so much damage. Rumble and Mordekaiser, as well as Chu, pretty much half their team. 3 AP versus 5 AP, or sorry, 5 AP with 3 of them going AP, the other 2 going tank and AD. However, their base damage is obviously magical from their abilities. My lap is your mom's bench. My bench is your mom's lap. Your mother got bench hard. Man, so much back talk, back and forth. Whoa, did you see Chu? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I am fast forwarding, apparently. That is my bad here. I just thought Chu was moving like a mofo. So we have a potential gank up top, Sauce by Bruce Lee, but there also is a potential down bottom here with Mordekaiser having to be forced back. So much action going off. Bruce Lee does get the ultimate on Sauce. However, down here at bottom, Mordekaiser does get taken out here. And now they're going to be able to take out top tower. Bruce Lee taking out the creeps that are headed towards top tower and taking a little bit of damage from that. But now Bryden here coming back. Possibly get, looks like a flat or a ghost off by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee getting out of there. Grunt's also moving back there, doing some damage on the tower. Not much that little old Viger can do here. Ward is now placed up there top. And finishing off those creeps while moving back in lane. So, slowly but surely, just Team AP losing lots of towers. They're keeping up pretty well with kills, only 2 behind. Dyrus actually doing quite well, 4-1 and 3. However, they just, with so many AP, it's extremely hard to push those towers. Dyrus here going in, farming quite well. If we take a moment to pause and look at creep score here, we have Elements at 119, Sauce at 121, Dyrus at 77, Yogachu at 55, Bryden at 95, and on the enemy team here, quite a lot higher. We have 166, 147, 118, 120, 112, and 79. So their lowest is 79, while Team AP's lowest is 55. And so getting a little bit of extra farm off, as well as those towers and dragons they've been able to secure. So definitely ahead for the team against Team AP, unfortunately.